So now let's talk about something that's a little harder to work on, and that's to build confidence from the inside. Because nothing says more about you than how you feel about yourself deep down inside. And many times you can meet someone who appears to be really confident, and you may be attracted to them, and just obviously confidence is the number one attracting factor from human being to human being. So that's why we like to work on this so much. But just imagine that you meet somebody, they appear so confident, and then as time goes on you get to know them and they're really an insecure, whiny person who's bragging about themselves all the time because they lack self-confidence, and it's the only way they can put forth their self-confidence is by bragging. It's usually a kind of an indicator. And it's not being sensitive to someone else either when you brag a lot about yourself. It's, you want to share things about yourself, you want to give of yourself and be interested in the other person and ask the other person as well. You want to find out about, remember, a date is really about finding out about another person and whether or not you want to spend more time with them. So whether you're a student that's in school, in a library, talking to someone and asking about them and what makes them tick, or you're at a dinner with another person and you're trying to find out. Either way, the conversation has to go both ways. I've heard so many times from people who've gone out on a date and they don't even get past the first date many times because the person that they're with, either man or woman, this applies to either one, just will not stop talking about themselves. And nobody wants to be lectured to all night long about a person's job and about customers and about school, and then just go on and on and on. And before you know it, all these weird insecurities start coming out and you just kind of say like, wow, okay, too much for me. So work on that, be sensitive to someone else. Don't go on and on about yourself. Try to, also extract information about, it should be a two-way street. So how else can we build confidence within ourselves? Well, one of the best ways to build confidence about yourself is by doing things that you've never done before. Doing a task and completing something that you never thought you could do is really a wonderful confidence builder. One of the things that I've noticed, just with tips for you, so many nice people have written to me that they've done, for example, my 10-minute cardio video for the first time. Some of them have never done cardio exercise before, and they just wanted to see if they could do it. They wanted to try something new. They were really feeling like, okay, I can do this. And whether or not they got through the whole 10 minutes perfectly just doesn't matter. They were really happy if they got through the half of it, and they know they're going to come back and try to work on it again and try to get to the end. They were so proud of themselves, and I was really proud of them. Because I know it's hard and I know it's tough, and I know for somebody who doesn't exercise regularly, that's a challenge. And they were willing to take that challenge to reap the rewards, and the rewards were healthier living, a better heart, better lungs, toner muscles, losing weight. These are really important things that we can do. Now, of course, that's more of an external thing from the outside, but completing a task and sticking to it and trying to finish it is it's something that you've never done. And I'm always doing new things. I'm always researching new things and taking on new hobbies and new projects. And for me, it's really fun. I mean, sometimes, of course, it can be frustrating, but when you're done with it and you've gone through it and you get to the end, you have a wonderful sense of completion and satisfaction. So I can only tell you that find whatever it is that's interesting to you in your life and go out there and try it, because you're not going to get anywhere sitting at home doing nothing. You've got to get out into the world. And that's how you can build some self-confidence inside. You've got to get out, meet other people, smile at other people, make friends, talk to others, do something new, whether it's taking a walk in your neighborhood, but that's going to build self-confidence. It's going to take you out of your home, out of your realm. If you're a student in school, join a club. It's a great way to meet new people, something that interests you. You're sharing your interests with other people that are interested in the same thing. And before you know it, that common bond that you're sharing, which is the club, leads to a great friendship. So do that. Join a club. If you don't have a job, get a job. Or volunteer. Volunteer to do something for someone else is a very rewarding experience. You're very appreciated, whoever you volunteer for, if it's an organization or a person or something. That is a great way for you to feel like what you did matters to someone, and you feel so good about yourself afterwards. Great sense of completion. They appreciated you. And you know what? You don't have a lifetime commitment. If you don't want to do it next week or the week after, you don't have to. So you can do it for the time that you need to do it, unlike a job where you have to show up every day. And of course, there's a paycheck involved and performance, so that's a little bit of a different situation, but again, that's a very much of a confidence builder as well. Now, I have a great little exercise I want you to do. I want you to make a list of all your best attributes, what you find best about yourself. We're all really good about looking in the mirror and pointing out our faults. I mean, we do it all the time, whether it's our weight, it's our looks, it's our hair. We always seem to be whining in our heads about the way we look. I want you to write down the things you like best about yourself and be really specific. If you like the wave of your hair and the thickness of your hair, put that down. If you're kind and compassionate towards people who are going through difficult times, put that down. Anything that you're proud of yourself for, the qualities that you like best about yourself, make a list. Start focusing on those qualities on your list, the things that you like best about yourself, and stop listening to all the negative things, because whatever those negative things are that you keep twisting around in your head, they're going to hold you back. They're going to keep you home. They're going to keep you in fear of trying something new, of doing something new. Try to minimize that fear. Don't let that fear paralyze you and just keep you home doing nothing, because you'll never meet anybody that way. You'll never make friends that way, and you'll never enjoy life that way. So really what you want to do is you want to get out into the world, and you want to put those fears at bay. The best way to do that is to just do it, whatever it is. And I'm not saying take risk and not listening to the voice inside you when something is dangerous or, not being careful. We all know what things we shouldn't do. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the fear of, meeting new people, the fear of getting hurt, the fear of the way you look, that you're too fat, you're too skinny, you don't like your hair, you don't think you're pretty. I mean, you're born a certain way, and you need to embrace that. Embrace the way you look. Just because somebody is beautiful doesn't mean that they're going to have an easy time in life meeting someone, dating someone. Just look at the people in Hollywood. They're struggling all the time to make relationships work. They're struggling all the time with marriage. And they're gorgeous, and they're rich, and people see them and love them, and we all admire them, but they have very difficult times many times with having relationships. It's not easy. It's not easy for anyone. So don't think it's going to be easy. It's not, but you've got to try. And part of trying is to get out there. It's to free yourself of your fears. I want you to almost think like a child does. If you think about it, a little child has so much information coming at them, and they're always willing to learn. They're willing to do something new all the time. They're willing to enhance their lives at every turn with a new thing and a new experience, and they love it. The more you give them, the better it is. The more they learn, the more they grow. Well, as we get older, unfortunately, we lose that. We get set in our ways. We don't like change. We kind of want to stay with the same thing. You get lazy, you get comfortable, whatever it is. Sometimes you're in a long relationship and it ends and you find yourself like, oh my gosh, what do I do now? And you've got to start all over again, paying attention to yourself and what you want out of life and what you want from someone else. And I'm going to cover a little bit of that in a later video about what you want in someone else. When you've got something to offer, then you can have a relationship. You've got to be in a good place. You've got to have no difficult really things going on, because you don't want to complicate a difficult situation in your life. You lost a job or whatever's going on with a relationship, because if that relationship doesn't work out, and it may not because you're not in a good place with yourself, now you've got that as well to deal with. So try to wait till it's a good time for you, and you work on yourself in the meantime. Like I said, try to be like a child. New things coming your way, embracing it. The world is just like so full of information for a little kid. I mean, I remember when my children were really small, it was like every day something new. I mean, when they take their first steps, think about how scary that is. all they used to do was sit around and crawl, and next thing you know, they're walking on 2 feet and they're all wobbly and they could fall, and they're scared, yet they're excited, and then they walk into your arms and they're laughing and giggling and you're cheering them on and praising them. And that's how we get anywhere in life, with cheer and praise. And somebody telling you you're appreciated and you're doing a good job. And unfortunately, as you get older, that gets less and less. But listen to your parents, because they will always tell you the wonderful things about you. And so if you can't find a friend to do it, and maybe your voice isn't loud enough in your own head, talk to your parents, because they've been doing it since you were a little kid and they're willing to help you now. And that list that you make of all your good habits and your things that you like best should help you, because it's going to focus you on the good about you. Now, if you don't like your thighs and you don't like your hair, well, you can go out and you can get a new hairdo. You can seek someone who will advise you about your hair. You can go on a diet. You can exercise. These are things you can change. But you really got to work on your opinion of yourself. You've got to believe in yourself. Yourself is truth. You've got to have faith in yourself. And believe me, that is the most attractive thing. Because when you see someone who's confident and knows what they want and knows where they're going, nothing is just more exciting and nothing's more interesting than that, and nothing's more sexy than that. So I hope you found this video helpful. I hope you will consider some of the tips that I gave you and take a turn towards a new you and seeing what you can do all by yourself to make a difference in your life. And please subscribe, because I have a lot more to come. And as I said, I'm going to be doing a series on dating tips, so you'll want to definitely subscribe if you're interested in that. And these tips, I think, are helpful, like I said, even if you're not dating, because they're going to enhance the quality of life. And please visit me at my blogspot, where I do a lot of writing, and I'm now on Facebook. So please like me there, and we'll stay connected as well. And I will see you soon. Okay, take care now. Bye-bye.